Thank you, Mr. Chair, and good morning. Thank you to all of our panelists for being here and taking the time to talk through these important issues with us. I'm happy to be a co-sponsor of several of my colleagues' bills being discussed today, and I wanted to take a few minutes to express my support to the panel. Although I don't have questions, I really just wanted to speak in support of all of you. First, I want to thank my colleague, Representative Nick Goose, for introducing this bill to place the monument to women's suffrage on the National Mall. As a female member of Congress who would not be sitting here today without the women voters of Virginia's 2nd District, I want to emphasize the profound importance of women's suffrage to our democracy and to advocate passionately for the need to commemorate this pivotal moment in our history. As a female Navy pilot who was inspired to enter a career in military aviation in the same year that women were allowed to fly in combat, I appreciate and recognize the importance of honoring and remembering milestones that women have achieved throughout our nation's history. I am a believer of recognizing and remembering and then getting to work and let those monuments speak for themselves. But honoring the women's suffrage movement with a monument, especially one on some of the most revered federal land in our country, is a powerful statement. This monument will serve as a reminder of the struggles endured and the progress achieved. So thank you, Ms. Lehman, for being here today and for your tireless work seeing this project through. Secondly, I wanted to thank Master Chief Zablinski for testifying before this committee and just for speaking so eloquently about the reason that we have a Congressional Medal of Honor and what it symbolizes to our country, the need for patriotism today. It's the reason I ran for Congress, so it's an honor to have you here with us. And you visited my office as well, so I appreciate that. And when you came to my office, you spoke on behalf of HR 2717, which is before the committee today. Since its creation 160 years ago, like you said, almost 4,000, well, 3,500, over 3,500 individuals have received the Medal of Honor. And every week in my newsletter that we put out to my constituents, we highlight a Medal of Honor winner of the week. It's something that I feel passionately about. I want all of those stories to be told. So we all have different things we incorporate on a weekly basis in our newsletters, but that's mine. So it's an honor to be able to help co-sponsor that bill, to honor those who fought this country and inspire future warriors to continue their legacy. The Medal of Honor holds an exalted place in American history, and honoring the extraordinary heroism displayed by the few service members awarded the Medal of Honor should be a top priority. I can think of no better place for this monument than next to that of President Lincoln, who established the award. After 160 years of extraordinary achievement, it is finally time to inscribe the names of these heroes in the National Mall. As a final tribute to the recipients of the Medal of Honor, I would like to recount one of the many stories of gallantry that stood out to me. The first Medal of Honor recipient from Virginia Beach, my district, is Sergeant James Miller. He was born into slavery in what was then Princess Anne County in 1829. In 1863, he enlisted in the U.S. Army, and he participated in the Battle of New Market Heights in 1864 during the Civil War in modern-day Henrico County, Virginia. During the battle, Sergeant James was shot in the arm, and he had an emergency amputation. During this time, he continued to lead his troops in battle, loading and discharging his weapons one-handed, urging his men forward and refusing to be taken from the field. He died in 1871 of complications from injuries sustained in combat. I went to a dinner with the Congressional Medal of Honor Society when I first came to Congress and met so many recipients. And we had a speaker who was a helicopter pilot in Vietnam. My dad served in Vietnam as a Green Beret, and we frequently remember his friends who were lost during that war. But this particular gentleman, Medal of Honor winner who spoke, he said, every day we got up and we flew missions in Vietnam, and we did the same thing every day, but one day people paid attention and I got this medal. It's like, so I think that really made an impression on me in a statement. People don't wake up and say, I'm gonna wake up and win the Congressional Medal of Honor today. These are just ordinary people who wake up and they make extraordinary choices that make our country great and allow us the privilege just to be here. And for me, the privilege of being able to serve in Congress and for us to all live in the greatest country in the world. So thank you to Sergeant James, who I spoke about, to Master Sergeant Zablinski, and to the many other incredible service members who've been awarded the Medal of Honor. We owe them debts that we can never repay, and this memorial is an important step in recognizing their sacrifices. And I yield back.